We got a match against XJBiskit, another random person from Cerebi. I've really got to stop going there, but it's like the easiest place to find a battle quickly. So here we go. Also, I'm sorry this is taking so long. Here comes Alakazam and Yanmega, and I'm thinking it's probably going to protect and then speed boost, but I'm just like, well, if it protects, I can't really do anything anyway. They've got nothing particularly to switch to, so I give it the choice specs, and so sure, it actually substitutes, which is awesome. So it's now stuck on sub, and it's got to switch, but I have no idea what he's going to bring in. I probably should have done something, but he brings in Weavile, and I probably would not have tried to Focus Blast, but in any case, I'm going to come over to Hippowdon. And unfortunately, I'm not going to get my rocks up because I figured out during this little pause that we will experience here that a choice band Weavile can two-hit KO my Hippowdon, so I'm really not looking forward to staying in to get two-hit KO'd by Ice Punch, so I'm going to eventually switch out. I'm so sorry that I paused for so long to figure this out. He was like messaging me like, come on man, hurry up, don't take all day. And I was just like, alright, whatever. So he switches to Vaporeon, of course, and I really was not very happy that he went to Vaporeon because I've got nothing really I can do to Vaporeon. You know, I don't have anything that can super affect it. Gotta get some electric attacks on this team, but he surfs, and I'm expecting to live and roar. I do live and roar, but after a critical hit, I live with 3 HP, and I'm just like, great, I have no Skarmory essentially, and I bring in Weavile, who can obviously finish me off at 23 HP, so I'm going to have to run away. And I'm thinking what I want to go to, and I'm expecting probably an Ice Punch, so it goes to Bronzong, who he would have taken a Night Slash alright. And sure enough, I live, don't take that much damage, and I really don't want that Vaporeon to come back in and set up. Like, I really, really don't, because I don't have any answer to it, especially now that my Skarm can't roar it away. You know, can't roar away any subs or anything. So, unfortunately, he brings in Yanmega and not Vaporeon. So I go to Tentacruel to take the Bug Buzz. He resists. It's perfect. So even at the choice specs, it's not going to be very effective. It's going to be ineffectual. And I'm expecting the switch, so I want to try to get my Toxic Spikes up because I've got enough health to live most other hits. So I throw up my first layer, and out comes Weavile, and I'm expecting that even Night Slash, I'll live a Night Slash, and be able to throw up my Toxic Spikes. So, does it seem like it's taking a long time? Alright, here we go. Night Slash is going to bring me down to like 20 health, 22 health, and Toxic Spikes. Unfortunately, 22 health is not enough health to survive the Sandstorm damage, so that kind of stunk because I didn't even stay in for like to stall out one more turn, or maybe to switch to something to take the Night Slash. So I go to Hippowdon, because I really am thinking he's choice banded at this point. I'm going to throw up my Stealth Rocks, but unfortunately Dunfan comes out, and I don't have a Ghost, so my spikes are just going to go... so basically I lost my Tentacruel for nothing, and wasted a turn, but fortunately his Dunfan is toxic, so I'm figuring... So I bring in Skarm to take the Rapid Spin, because I know that he can survive Rapid Spin. It gets a critical hit, so that's 2 critical hits on Skarmory this battle, and I've got 30 health, and I'm just like, dude, I've got to go for it. So I'm gonna Roost and hopefully live an Ice Shard, and believe it or not, even with only 30 HP, Ice Shard only does 25, so I get back to half health. Look at that. And now I know that he's not going to be able to kill me. He's going to have to switch out. So I'm going to get back to full health, which is awesome. So I was like, wow, I'm amazing. I brought my Skarmory back from 3 health. So he comes in Salamence as I Roost. And I'm expecting it to be like a Specsmence or maybe a Mixmence, but it's going to use like Fire Blast or Flamethrower. So I'm going to go to a guy that I brought instead of my Kingdra. And of course, I really wish I had brought my Kingdra, but I brought a Azumarill, and he Dragon Dances, and I was like, great. I was expecting he'd be stuck on a fire attack and he'd switch out, but now I don't really have anything to do to him, and he doesn't have to switch out, so I have to switch out. So I'm going to go to Hippowdon and hope he can live 2, Dragon Claws or whatever, and also hope that Salamence doesn't Dragon Dance again. but that actually would have probably been less dangerous. So I'm like, take right around half. I take a little less than half though, and the next hit does even less. So I'm left with 32 health to Ice Fang and finish off his Salamence, which is a muy bien. So so I'm thinking I'm doing all right, but that Vaporeon still have nothing to do to that Vaporeon, and sure enough, here's that Vaporeon. Probably, well, it doesn't really matter what I do here. I might have been benefited by switching to a Azumarill here, but I just let Hippowdon go, and this also is where I should have switched to Azumarill, realizing that he had no response to Azumarill from his Vaporeon anyway. His Vaporeon couldn't do anything to it, so I made some mistakes in this match, but here it goes, eventually. Man, I think for a long time. Constantly, and I don't even realize it. So I bring it down like Alakazam, because I'm thinking that most Vaporeons run physical defense, and you know, I could probably Psychic it down, but of course he brings in Yanmega to die, essentially. Or maybe he was hoping I would Grass Knot or Energy Ball, and he would resist and get a speed boost and be able to attack back with Bug Buzz. But in any case, now comes Weavile, and I'm thinking he probably doesn't have Pursuit, because why would he have Pursuit? Oh, but he does. They always have Pursuit. I was really hoping he would expect me to stay in or something, or not have Pursuit, but I bring in Skarmory because I know obviously he's not going to take much damage from Pursuit. And I don't want Vaporeon to come in and set up on my Skarmory, so I'm just going to roar it away, which I realized later was probably pretty silly, since I could have just survived a Surf and roared it then, and I could have had another layer of Spikes up. But, so now I'm going to throw up Spikes, because I realized I didn't need to keep his Vaporeon out, because it wasn't going to crit me again, right? So I throw up Spikes, and I know that I can take 2 Ice Punches, but not 3, so I'm going to Roost after this Ice Sponge. So I'm back to pretty good health, and I know I can take another 2 Ice Punches, so I'm going to throw up another layer of Spikes, and then Roost again. It's pretty much lather, rinse, repeat. Pretty simple. So, Spikes were scattered, the Sandstorm rages. When I don't have anything to say, I'm just going to read. Skarmory restored a little HP with its leftovers. What will Skarmory do? Alright, so here comes the Weavile Ice Punch, and I was thinking I've got to switch soon, or roar him, because I'm going to get critical hit, and sure enough, there it was. That was the 3rd critical hit on my Skarmory this match. It's just obnoxious. It's just like, my Skarmory has Magnet Pull for critical hits. So bring in Bronzong to threaten the Gyro Ball, but I got so paranoid of that Vaporeon. I was really stupid, kind of, because I Earthquake here, not knowing what his 6 was, and here comes Heracross. And of course, it doesn't kill it with Earthquake. And of course, it's not a Choice Band Heracross. And it's not a Choice Scarf Heracross. It's a Burn Activation Heracross. So, it's like a Choice Band Heracross that can switch moves, which really stinks. But it doesn't really matter, because all I've got left now is Bronzong and Azumarill. It might have, you know, maybe if I had Skarmory, I could have stopped this. Basically, crits suck, and I never want to get hit with one again. And so here's where I foolishly go with Aqua Jet, thinking, I'm Choice Banded by the way, thinking it will not very affect Vaporeon, and maybe I'll wear it down faster than it will wear me down. You know, it'll take some spike damage, right? So, I'm gonna use Aqua Jet, and Water Absorb made it useless because I forgot all about that. I probably should have just Brick Breaked, or maybe Double Edged, but then, you know, the damage I'd be doing to myself would have added up too much, I think. But I could have hoped to survive like a close combat and Brick Breaked it, even though it would have been very effective. It probably Choice Band Brick Break would have finished off that Heracross, and it would have had a lot better chance against this Vaporeon. Overall, I got way too freaked out about the Vaporeon, and I didn't make the best moves. Sorry that there's been a lack of videos lately. I've just been having a hard time finding an exciting match to put up. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, this Vaporeon also got a critical hit on my Azumarill. So sorry for the delay. I'll try to get more up, and I'm going to switch up some pokes for the next one, so enjoy.